Let's broadcast live. All right, y'all know we need a couple minutes to get everybody that's coming in the house. We want to give everybody opportunity to join the journey. All right, so it says we up. It says that we are live on certain functions, but I want to make sure so we get the chats that we need to get, hear the voices that we need to hear this early morning as we salute those brilliant and wonderful ancestors. Man, I know it's tax season. Some of y'all up right now early doing your tax stuff. Some of y'all was staying up late doing your tax stuff. Don't waste all your money, right? Come on, don't ball out. Don't ball out. You know what I'm saying? We got some political work to do. We got some nation building to do. You know what I'm saying? We got some work to do. You're going to need a little bit of change. Some of that extra change that y'all going to be getting during this season. Make sure you support some black business. Get some black soap. You know what I'm saying? Get some shea butter. You know what I'm saying? Get a product made by somebody in your community. It's out there. Find it. Support a black business. My uncle got a restaurant up in Akron. If you in that area, go and check it out. Because I'm gonna roll down there if I get a little bit of, you know how it gets around, this time of year. Everybody's gonna be in need. Those that ain't got no tax return, they're gonna be in need, or those that want to get their stuff later, they don't want to borrow money from you. And those that got it early gonna act like they ain't got it and gonna want to get it from you. God damn, this ambrosia is bringing the gnats out. But hey, it is what it is. All right, it's real life here at Gye-Nyame. Come on now, it's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. Woo, got one. All right, it's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. So let's go and make sure that we are streaming live on YouTube. We up on YouTube yet? Come on, YouTube, get your life together. Are we streaming on Facebook yet? Come on, Facebook, get your life together. Good God Almighty. All right. So, nothing's showing up yet, but, we trying here. We trying to get things popping on. So I'm still trying to finish this piece, and I'm being swamped as we speak. Beginning of the week, I'm moving into the December reunion, so I hope the December family out there is getting prepared and gonna share a lot of that, share a lot of the stuff over the net, because y'all be having some good stuff, and I want to make sure that the family is able to get it. So we're gonna make sure that some of the young people that go from here gonna be, sending some stuff back, or some of the, some of the older brothers that's gonna send some stuff back. We're gonna be starting. Gye-Nyame got a project that we're gonna be working on, hopefully for the next year or so. It's gonna start this week. Actually, it's gonna start tomorrow. We're gonna knock it out. We're gonna impact some lives, so it's gonna be one of the first time we actually get to work as a team. Well, at least those that know, work as a team on a project outside of everything else that we're working. Other people kind of recognize some of the stuff we was doing. They say, hey, let's try this. I say, all right, I'm cool. Let's try it. So, all right, we up on, let me fix everything on the Facebook. Oh, my God. So, grown folks, Gye-Nyame energy. All right, we got all those. Let's see, y'all. Okay, cool. I got everything. I'm gonna post up on Gye-Nyame today. Hot Tim today. Done. 5 selected. save. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. All right. But I still haven't shown up. There we go. We up on YouTube now. So, tonight we had something going on this last Ujima, so I ain't get to do it. So, once again, we on Hercules and the Wagner in the Aesop Fables for folk tales for grown folks. Like I said, I'm trying to get in and get it. Because Sasha going to want about, because, we only got to watch 1 hour this weekend. Because everything that was going on. And she been pressing me. She like, yo. Because last night we was going to do it and I sat down. And I started trying to work through these taxes. At least looking at it. Getting everything I need together. But anyway, putting all the stuff together. She like, we got to watch, because I told her we was going to do 2 hours last night. But by the time we got here, So, if we do the show, I'll probably do something quick. Or I'll do it a little bit earlier so I can at least get maybe an hour in with her and get her through her little hero fix. Because she really, really enjoying the show. And I'm hearing her, talk about some of the characters and their abilities and and having those discussions, and that's what we need to do a little bit more with our kids, find stuff that we can watch and have intelligent conversations and see how they understand the characters and see and help them figure out why they like the characters and get them to see some of the stuff that's going on with the characters and stuff that they can learn. Now, y'all, I'm not just clapping. I'm trying to kill these damn gnats. You know what I'm saying? Because this honey and this tea and this fermentation, bring them mugs out. Then on top of that, my wife went and we got fruit up in the house, so it ain't gonna float around. That's life. So anyway, let's go to the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. We're on the timeline. So, let's see. All right. This North Carolina man was one of the most important Civil War leaders, but he was erased from history for over 100 years. His last name was Galloway. I got some Galloways to go to my school. I'm gonna see, you know what I'm saying? Because this dude, according to the story, was so cold with it that when he went to talk, Frederick Douglass would open up for him, right? This dude built spy networks for the North, you know what I'm saying? And was a leader all the way up until his death. When he died, his funeral was one of the largest in North Carolina. Never heard of this gentleman. Let me make sure, because I want to make sure I say his name. Abraham Galloway. Go on, check him out. They got a short little video clip talking about Mr. Galloway. And it was a powerful. It say he was a spy, an insurgent, a statement, advocate of the working class, and a warrior against oppression and tyranny. When he did speaking tours in the North, he didn't introduce Frederick Douglass as the main speaker of the night. Frederick Douglass introduced him as the main speaker of the night, said historian David Cieslewski. Yet, today, Frederick Douglass is a household name. Frederick Douglass is a household name, while Abraham Galloway is hardly known. When Galloway died in 1870, approximately 6,000 people attended his funeral. Newspapers at the time reported that it was the largest funeral in North Carolina in history. Everybody knew who Abraham Galloway was at that point, Selesky said. Galloway was a war hero. He was a national known speaker. He was one of the first African Americans elected to serve in the North Carolina General Assembly. But check North Carolina history books, museums, and classrooms for the 1900s into the 2000s, and you will find hardly a whisper of one of the state's most influential sons. So, I'm quite sure it's some good information on this brother. We got to look him up because, family, this brother set up a spy ring. I mean, I don't know if y'all really understand. Not just he was a spy. He managed other spies, which means they gathered valuable information for the North. We hear about Harriet Tubman. I got your ass. Got him. Woo, boy. All I had to do was act like I was focused for a second, right? But anyway, he set up spy networks. And basically, please understand what a spy is. A spy is an individual that gathers information, right, from the inside, which makes it easier for you to win, right? If you have a spy in the other camp, it's easier for you to win. Always remember that. So I'm quite sure I would love to. I'm gonna have to do some research on this brother and see if I can get some of that information, because how you set up a spy network. I mean, that's something we really need to be talking about, because we got people in all types of positions so that we can really know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But some of us, we so loyal to a fault. Why some black Puerto Ricans choose white on the census? Family, and I'm gonna say I'm not even gonna get mad. I'm not mad. I'm not even disappointed, because, like I said, I've run into this before, and then like I said, once I plugged in with the whole ADOS piece, it became very clear to me what's going on, right? And speaking of ADOS, there was an interview for C with ADOS, and some say it was a hit piece, because I don't necessarily, because they're not going to ever, I can't ever expect for white media to deal with ADOS even handedly. I don't even expect black media to deal with it even handedly, because it calls out a lot of the fuckery that's afoot, right? So one of the issues with ADOS is identifying who receives reparations in America. Not who receives it in Haiti, not who receives it in Jamaica, not who receives it on the continent, not who receives it in Brazil, but who receives reparations in America, in the United States of America. And in doing that, people want to use the term divisive. And for me, being, hitting my 50s, I don't even care. You understand what I'm saying? I understand. I understand the game you're playing. I understand because I deal with people all the time who act like they don't understand what's going on, when they full well know what's going on, and will just act like they don't understand what's going on to slow down the process, right? Especially when you got candidates actually looking seriously at the idea of reparations. Of course, people are going to get offended when you start, well, how do we identify? Well, nigga, they got to identify how much money you made last year. They got to identify how much money you made for the last 7 years, right? They know where you was born and when you was born. by your social security number. They know a whole lot. We know exactly who are the descendants of slaves right here. And for anybody, when you are in conversation, because this is the Fudu Mambo VP. I don't know what that is. But let's see what this dude is. All right, welcome to whoever that is on Periscope. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. So, for anyone to come and dilute the conversation, right, is like them trying to slow down progress. And really, it bothers me because I don't really, how can I put it? Because I don't know whether they're acting as an agent or somebody that genuinely do not know. Because please understand, because the next step after this is going to be a brutal push, and people are going to be turning around talking about how hard it is to identify who is who. When that was never hard. That was never hard. It was never hard, and it's going. Matter of fact, it's so easy. As a matter of fact, it has already been laid out. It's so easy. You know what I'm saying? So family, start getting your family records together, please. You know what I'm saying? Please don't get caught up in a rush. Get your family records together. You know what I'm saying? So that you can go and get your reparations. And then family, because this is what y'all got to understand. Regardless of where you from, right? Black folks. I mean, like, you know, where am I going when I get my hands on some dough? What I'm gonna do when I get my hands on some dough? From the rhetoric that you have heard me speaking of, and the rhetoric that you have heard people on my timeline call in with. We got a sister that stays in Africa right now, right? That calls in with us. You know what I'm saying? What do you think is going to happen when the black community in America, when the ADOS tribe, those individuals make a come up? If you even consider a come up in a multi-trillion-dollar world economy, mega-trillion-dollar world economy, who's gonna benefit? You know what I'm saying? I mean, people got to really look at that. You know, we're not gonna help other people get what's coming to them. Our history has shown where our hearts are. So please help, or just get out the damn way. That's all. That's, you know what I'm saying? Because we at a point in time now where either, as Beanie Siegel said in the famous movie, I can't remember the name of it, State Property, get down or lay down. You know what I'm saying? Your choice. All right, but hey, Silicon Valley so white, black, Facebook and Google employees speak out on big tech racism. That's in USA Today. That's on our timeline. Go and check it out. That's all I got for y'all this morning. Oh, I also posted up something with Tom Steyer. Tom Steyer is talking real strong on his reparations, y'all. Tom Steyer is talking real on this. Look him up. Tom Steyer is talking real on this reparations piece. Please understand that some people understand the power of a stubborn minority. We have the Democratic Party, who is constantly scrambling for the center, but has never been the center that moved anything. This is some of the discussions that I try to have with my people when we're together, because we need to reach the masses. No, we need to reach a critical mass. We need to, and that critical mass is always starts as a minority, and once a minority gets entrenched and becomes unmovable, it's only two ways that you can deal with it. You can totally eliminate them, which is almost impossible. You understand what I'm saying? You could totally eliminate them, or you could bend towards their will. This is why I throw up stubborn minority. I'm saying that Tom Steyer may be plugging into a stubborn minority because the whole Democratic Party, the whole piece is we need to meld everybody together. You know what I'm saying? But what moves the Republican Party and which allows them to win election is that they cater to the minorities. Their thought minorities. They bow to the will of the stubborn minority. Hell, with the center of the Republican Party, they own it. They pulling with the extreme. Why? Because the extreme gonna get out. The extreme is gonna make noise. The extreme is gonna talk. The extreme is going to get on and podcast and talk about things. That minority is a strong enough believer in something that they are going to fight for it. And the central, those that's in the center is just like, well, I'm gonna just go with the crowd. Family, we have to scream ouch loud enough. We have to refuse to move so that people can actually see it, so that they could take it seriously. Be like, hey, it'd be just easier for us to deal with reparations. It'd just be easy. Matter of fact, it'll benefit everybody. If we take care of these black folks in the way that we should have a long time ago, it'll benefit everybody. This is the mind state that you got to get everybody to realize. It's not going to be good for any of y'all if it's not good for us. Giving them those two choices, total elimination or bend to our will. Now, I know some of y'all scared. They gonna take the first choice. They already tried the first choice, dog. It don't work. They already tried it. They got more sophisticated weapons. Yeah, but now let me say this. Let me say this to you, family. Whether y'all know it or not, we have a lot of allies. Whole lot of allies. Whole lot of allies. Right? On both sides. Whole lot of allies. Because that shit just is not going to happen like that. It's not going to happen like that. They could do a surgical strike, but nah, go on with it. Go on with that conspiracy bullshit. Listen to me. Either total elimination or bend to our will. Right? We got to, and usually when you bend to the will, what the other side is saying is, how can we get a win-win out of this? Right? And what we have to do is be firm in what it is that we want. We want reparations. And we ain't just, and please understand, it's deeper than just a chat. Much deeper. Much deeper. And the changes that will happen will benefit us. But also, it will benefit America at large. And you got to get people to understand that. Because, in a sense, the way America needs to be seen, it needs to be seen through the lens of ADOS. That's America. That's the lens that it need to be centered through. It need to be seen through. All this other shit is fantasy. What your ancestors went through here was America. Now, I'm sorry. Let's go and do these libations. Cleveland, I don't hear you moving up this real life here on Cleveland. You up? Okay. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Gotta make sure the baby's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Damn, I ain't even do the song yet. The hell, family, I want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Didn't even do the song. This is a Heart of a Simba production. Of course, you know this is the Daily Toast. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Grab your glass. Let's kick it. Grab your glass. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Deep breath now, come on. Now, grab your glass, put some water. Get your pitcher of that water. Lift that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Man. Now move your body and drink some water. Come on, family, move. Move your body, drink some water. What? Move your body, drink some water. Ah! Family, move your body. Oh. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then. Oh, man. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Now, 4 pillars in Gye-Nyame are simple. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Do those 4, stay healthy. Drink half your weight in ounces. But hey, still, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Oh, oh. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Listen, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Oh, oh, oh. Toast your ancestors, family. Sorry for rolling off like that, starting off like that. I just got excited. I get so excited talking about the changes that are coming. Family, 2023 is coming and it's fastly approaching. We're going to be taking over the city. The debate of reparations has already been thrown out there on stage. So please do not stop what you're doing. Do not stop the conversations that you are having, because you are changing people's minds. You are changing people's lives. You are exposing people to insight. You are challenging people to look at their own history and their roots right here on this continent, as well as expanding and being, see, because at one point in time, what was happening is we spent so much time just researching what we did over there, what we did in Africa. And it's an honorable thing. Don't get me wrong. But family, one of the things that we have done in many cases is that we have allowed what was done way back in the past to overdo what your grandparents did. Now, I know for a lot of y'all, like, my grandparents ain't do shit. Yes, they did. They made it possible for you to be sitting there on a device looking at me. You understand what I'm saying? They made it possible. Your they made it possible for the research to be done in order for this device and this device that I'm using and this device that I'm using and this device that I'm using and that device that I'm using to communicate with you right now. They made it possible for it to be here. They produced one of the wealthiest country in the history of the world. Oh yeah, they did it all for somebody else. And now I'm saying it's time for us to come and get our inheritance. That's all I'm saying. And it's time for us to really start plugging in to the blood, sweat, and tears that they shed. Not just give away our legacy. I'm saying if we're going to study history, let's go back through our family lines. Let's go back through our family lines and find that true connection over there in Africa. Wherever you from. Mine's, you know, I kind of trace mines. I got a good idea. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, go back to your family. Learn about your family. Because, you know, I mean, like I said, man, one of the reasons I started the toast and one of the reasons I started doing libations in the way that I do libations is because I noticed that people would be in a show-off fest when it came time to pour libations, and we was pouring for what we call here the universal ancestors. Everybody knew all those names. Ancient ancestors. Oh, I go deeper than you. I go one deeper than you. I go one deeper than you. Then we get to personal ancestors. Get 1 and 2 names. What the hell is going on here? What? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I remember in college, I walk around with my little black book, talking to my elders, trying to find out who I was. I'm like, shit, you know, there's some, I got to be some, I'm connected to something, you know. This don't make no sense. How many generations we been? What? We've been here how many generations? Shut up. Oh, and we ain't rich? Something ain't right. Something ain't adding up. Something ain't adding up. Okay? Walk around my little black book. Right? I hope I find it so one of my sons could get that. One of my sons and my daughters could get that. And just look at how serious I'm putting it together. I'm pouring libations, and nobody is saying anything about their personal ancestors. So I said we need to do a show where we salute our personal ancestors on a daily basis. It is our responsibility. I'll take the responsibility, and I'll do it. I'll post for mine, and all those that's listening, I'll post for yours until it's too many. Then I have to be like, on the Mojas and Ujimas, I'm gonna do A to C. You know what I'm saying? Have to split up the week. I would love the list to be so long that I have to go on and section it off. You know what I'm saying? Or have other people. You know what I'm saying? All right, in the morning, I'm going to do this list. In the afternoon, we're going to have Cleve do another list. And he do his show. And in the evening, we had somebody else do that list. See, because what's wrong with that? What's wrong with us celebrating us? What's wrong with us celebrating who we come from? A lot of people get offended by that. Believe it or not. They, you know what I'm saying, how you got that audacity, whether they're coming from a religious standpoint, whether they're coming from a historical standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Why you want to celebrate them? For real? You know, you don't know my people, all right? You know, the greatest man I have ever known. You know what I'm saying? I take that back. The greatest men I have ever known. Right? You don't know about my elder Nomo. Right? It gives me great pride to be able to just say his name. I'll be in circles, I say his name, and people be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Boom. You know, and I got other elders around me whose name ring bells, right? And it's just like, and I got other ancestors whose name rings bells, and it brings me a sense of pride and a sense of power. And I wanted to do that for our young people. I wanted to do it for you. I want, when we pour these, I want you to actually feel your ancestors, our ancestors, moving, you know what I'm saying, moving through you, because now we are connecting individuals. We're connecting spirits and souls, right, that may have been separated through the trauma of what we went through over here. We're uniting them, and we're generating that energy every morning. Brother, what's up, brother, Junior? Respect that, bro. My mom was born in Africa Town on Chin State, the place where the Clotilda, the last slave ship in Mobile, Alabama, Queen Mother Zora Neale Hurston wrote about the bear coon. Oh, all right. What's up? All right, that's what I'm talking about. So let's go and toast. I'm going to pull out coffee ambrosia. Been sitting. It ain't dark as it was. We still going to drink it. We're going to still have us a little sip. Just a little sip. Don't know what it's going to do to me. I did this whole coffee one is new to me. It just hit me one day. I said, hell, my mom got me this coffee grinder. I'm going to grind me up some coffee and mix me up some coffee ambrosia. Now, one of the things about the coffee ambrosia, now one of my elders told me, he said, man, listen, I want that coffee ambrosia and throw some ginseng in it too. I said, okay. I like your spirit. You get the okay from you because family. All right, just saying. But anyway, it's kind of hard to get all of the coffee grinds out. So I'm going to have to figure out, I'm going to have to get a finer strainer. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, first giving out to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass, we salute that creator, and we say, oh, sure. From there, family, we move to our ancestors. Now, I'm going to try it again. Let's go. From memory. Miles Brown, Zan, Robert the Texas, Davis, Herman Brown, Steen, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William, Walter, Chris, Pendergast, and Eileen, Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva, Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis of our Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman, No More X, Pet Mile, Rob Malik Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Hayes, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling Lucy Wright, Derek Pullian, the Luxor Brothers, Edith Brooke Crawley, Edith Brooke Crawley, Edith Brooke Crawley, Janice. Let me just take a peek. I'm gonna take a peek. Miss Edith Brooke Crawley, Miss Mary Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Bunch, Miss Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond, Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Sell, Weatherly, be the farmer. I go so Sue Shell, Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Delos Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury, Senior, and the Dixie T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Seth Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ada Johnson, Wilson Carter, Joanne Thornton, Edgar Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Patrick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Gerald Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Sullivan Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Mossa, Peter Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, May Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinelli, the Almatel Woman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thompson Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Franklin Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Peter Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, S. Murphy, D'Amico Russ, Diddy Monares, Gina Roop Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Anthony Johnson, Elise Waters, DePreet Hines, Ines Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scannerberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Long, Maria Candy, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Neilon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Danny Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Gardner Robinson, Rosemary Charles Ada Pearl, Bob Ingles, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingles, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word, the First Stage Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Brother, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Rosemary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Annie McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Ann Becker, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eulin Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Brennan, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry, Tubman Case, Spencer Sturge, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron, Nino Baby Hatchet Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hadstad, Cleveland Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnston, Fletcher Swan, Manny and Charlie Scott out of cases, Thomas Corby, Miss Stevenson, Monan Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Boyd Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Hugh Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanessa, Albert Motley, Joe, Dean Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Ellerton, Houston, Led Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Amy West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Froggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rupert Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Captain Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruben Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Darren Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Burnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Chuck and the Brothers, Reginald Oliver, Madeline Copeland, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Evans McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We move on to Joy LaGiles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Schultz Jr., David Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham Quincy, Mama Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundum, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Michelle McKell, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gantz, Reaper, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monga III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thorne, Johanna, Jashandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alante Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Jessica Carl White, Desi Woods, Tilar Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samanda Damon, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leatherman, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tooth the Don, Xavier Winston, and Chris Kenny. We raise our glass and we salute all of those ancestors. And once again, I thank you for trusting me with the list. And you know, like I said, I'm going to do it till I can't do it no more. We raise up our glass and we salute and we say, Ashe. Family, from there, we move from our past generation into the present moment. Right now, we are on Kujichagulia. I want to give all of the Kujichagulia babies a round of applause. Oh, man. Shouts out to all those that was born on Kujichagulia. Family, I'm asking you to activate the reticular formations. And for those that don't understand, that's a part of the brain that allow you to focus in and hone in and find stuff, right? I want you to look for our principles. You have to start spending as much time looking for our principles as we can. Because if not, you know, I mean, it's a lot of fuckery out here, family. It's easy for us to get caught up in it. I'm challenging you. Take some time every day and seek out your principles. The principle of the day is Kujichagulia. For those that don't speak the language, Kujichagulia means self-determination. The demonic principle of the day is justice. The color is indigo. Correspondence, what's up? Correspondence is the Hermetic law. The male name for the day is Kwabna. Female name is Abina. Right? So shouts out to all those. I lift my glass up to the present moment because in the moment is our power. And when we recognize our power, we're able to utilize our power. When we're able to utilize our power, we're able to change history. We're able to change our reality. We're able to change things from what they are into what we need them to be. We raise our glass to this moment and we salute this moment because by us handling our moment, we not only respect our ancestors, we prepare something. We prepare the table for our future generations. So we raise a glass in this moment, recognize this moment, and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. We raise our glass and we say Ashe. Next, family, we move from there. We move to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. And if I did that already, I apologize. I'm getting old. We move from there to all of our relations. We toast and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, family, we raise up our glass and we salute and give you that moment for that selfish toast. There we go. Come on now. Come on now. You don't get it all the time. You don't get to recognize yourself, especially those that you doing that work. You know, so I want to give you a second What is it that you need in this moment to move you closer to being the best you could be? We toast and we say Ashe. From there, family, last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most uplifting, the most outstanding, the most beautiful, the most powerful, and the wisest individual in the room. I raise my glass up to you, and we salute you, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, 100 years, and as we say in Gye-Nyame, cat in. Because this is our thing, right? This is our media. This is our ability to tell our story. Man, and it feels good. I'm giving all of y'all a round of applause early in the morning. Not bad. Not bad. This coffee and bros is not bad. I think I got one. One of the regular flavors coming out of Gye-Nyame will be that coffee and ambrosia. One love to you as well, Brother Kwame. Salutes to Brother Junior. Salutes to Brother Kwame. Anybody else out there? Anybody else out there? Calling all family members. Throw up. Let me know who out there. A lot of y'all out there on that. Why we here? Let's go see. So the best way to watch Gye-Nyame Journey, said you get involved with some of the contests as we start rolling some of them out, because I'm still trying to figure them out. But I do now. There's two ways. I want to do something. I'm gonna do something on the text message. So you need to get on the black line, right? My fault. You need to get the black signal, right? By texting the letters G and J to the number 256. The letters for Gye-Nyame Journey. G as in God, N as in now, J as in justice, to the number 25456. All right. Because we're gonna have some nice giveaways. All right, so Brother Kwame still in the lead with 5,340 points. I just got to figure out how to get y'all to be able to buy tickets with that. My God. All right. Somebody by the name of GZA is in the running now. Let's see. They got 1,600. They got 1,600 for 640 points. They got more than me. Lemon Juice got 1,240 points. Navita got 1,165. Another TTV got 980. Junior Winston got 860. 860. Crazy Cynic got 840 points. Electrical something got 780. Larks got 540. Bloodluster, 235 points. Kimberly Sambo got 235. Zane Kyber, 200. Communities got 200. Me Too 666 got 200 points. Scum Shop got 140. Markava got 120. All right, family. Shit, I'm gonna have to do a giveaway. Y'all killing it out there. Kwame is just, once he got on that YouTube, he's relentless. I want all the points. There can only be one. There can only be one. All right, so family, I'm gonna sip on my stuff. I gotta go down here and iron my girl stuff. Start getting them up. It's been great to chill with y'all this morning. Of course, it's been my honor. And like I said, y'all have a great, marvelous, wonderful day. Actually, I pray that your day will be as beautiful as you are. I'm out. That's an Hot Tim original, by